Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have any questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached.
Around?
That is one of the ways. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those of you that need instant gratification in this millennial-based world. And of course, the show's Twitter feed is at SKiMPod. That's SKIMPOD. For the more patient amongst you, which is none of us, let's be honest, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again, being spelled with a K. We're also available via Apple Podcast, something I've never heard of, Stitcher Radio. Are any of you still using that shit? TuneIn Radio, whatever the fuck that is, I couldn't tell you. Google Play, I've heard of that. I don't use it, but if you do, thank you. Spotify, now that one I use, so find us on there. I know we're on there. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Now I ask that you please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show because honestly, I don't do that shit. And I need someone to pick up my slack. Now, I hear that there is a group of people here that collectively discuss music, and they provide for you, yes you, a pod called Cast. It's a musical discussion show built on a hip-hop foundation, which seems to be what makes the musical world turn these days, and I hear it's pretty swell. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and your host, Internet's Tasty Tayrel713.
I snap on the track like the fingers of Thanos. Como también nosotros perdonamos. I locate no ofenden. It's all love, all Wimbledon with the pen then. All I have in this world is my flag and my sword. I'm on the battlefield with the flag of my Lord. My shahada is my cantata. My heart chakra light up when I make shaja at faja. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, our heavenly Father. Like Vince Staples said, we just waded in the water. My people out in Flint still bathing in the slaughter. ICE out here ripping families apart at the border. Satan struck Palestine with yet another mortar. Lies from the reporters. Ass shots and stripper poles for the eyes of my daughter. Swing low, sweet chariot. My train is on schedule, but I had to take the Underground Railroad like Harriet. Weave the whole industry, every jab I parried it. My cross I carried it. My crown of thorns to cavalry from Nazareth. The orbit was too wide to calculate the azimuth. The journey was technically unexplainable and hazardous. Rise, young gods, all paths lead to Lazarus. The dry bones that lifted from the valley dust. The prayers of the slaves are the wings that carry us. A field of dreams is where they tried to bury us. Bury us. Bury us. Hello and welcome to it. Stays Crunchy Milk, episode 370. And 70? 370? Probably some mathematician is like, no, just say 370. The and is unnecessary. They right. We back in this bitch again. We're joined by the man of 1,000 nicknames, the artist formerly known as Chesterfield Rockwell. It's the 216's own Tatum.
Stays Crunchy and Milk, where mathematicians come to relax.
We're also joined by the man who stopped fucking with Bon Appetit before that shit was known. He knew they was dirty. It's Lunchbox.
Where did you hear that at? Seriously. As far as I know, I still follow him on all social media platforms.
We also have the last of the Golden Coquis, the suburban Puerto Rican. It's the real ODP, my homeboy Gabe.
I gotta ask the question, if ice cream cake is really cake, is polar pizza really pizza?
Ice cream cake's not really cake. We
But is polar pizza really pizza?
No. There's rules about all this shit, and neither of those things engage in it. Again, that's how you know ice cream cake is bullshit. You can also just weave some ice cream into a pretend to be pizza. Look,
it's polar pizza.
Bullshit. Just like it ain't cake. It ain't
soup
pizza.
doesn't stop being soup just because it's cold. It's gazpacho.
No, because that soup's not required to be hot. That's not what's intrinsically makes soup. Is its temperature. But it is its ingredients. So, anything else you want to keep arguing?
Is Mexican pizza really pizza?
You know what? It has all the necessary ingredients to become pizza. It just does.
All right.
So, I'm gonna say it stands.
I have not had a polar pizza. I don't even know if I enjoy it. So I don't know. I'm not gonna go hard for it.
I mean, yo, ice cream cake eating ass, you'd probably love a polar pizza. Probably like the greatest pizza you ever had in your fucking life. You'd be like, this is it. I'm never going back.
I should just Google it.
Polar pizza?
Who makes this polar pizza, sir?
I know Baskin Robbins has one.
Oh, that looks delicious.
Polar pizza.
I mean, I guess it depends on which one it would be, but it looks very good.
Literally says is an ice cream treat that you can eat like pizza. They don't even call that shit pizza, dog. What's the matter with you?
But it's called a polar pizza.
But I'm telling you right now, they describe it as an ice cream treat that Baskin Robbins guests can eat like pizza. Like pizza. It's just a good time.
Just don't fall asleep while eating it.
Oh my goodness.
They got chocolate chip cookie dough polar pizza, Jamocha almond fudge and Heath polar pizza, Oreo cookies and cream polar pizza, peanut butter and chocolate Reese peanut butter cup polar pizza, and you can also make it custom.
I'm gonna have to try one of these.
I mean, they do look pretty bezeled out.
I mean, plus it's like a Baskin Robbins like wow close to your house, my guy. Why have you just not made this happen yet?
And then they said they're 4,500 calories.
Jeez.
For the whole thing?
I think a slice.
Oh.
If it's for a slice, fuck that. That's awful. For the whole thing, that's almost reasonable.
You're supposed to share with other people.
Nah.
Not eat it all by yourself.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Shit.
Peanut butter and chocolate and Reese's peanut butter cups. Polar pizza ice cream treat. Again, their literal registered trademark is polar pizza ice cream treat.
Ice cream treat. But it's like a cookie. But people call a cookie cake a cookie cake.
Yes, but cookie is right there.
Yes.
They didn't leave cookie behind.
They did leave cookie behind. Yeah, this is pretty. It's just a cookie cake with ice cream on it. It's a cookie cake all
I love
over.
cookie cake.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. Like, I think a cookie cake is like, it's only chocolate chip for the most part. And then,
if they can make a sugar cookie cake or a ginger snap cookie cake, something, you know what I'm saying? Just a snickerdoodle cookie cake.
I'd eat the shit out of that.
I know you would. and I ain't had a good cookie cake since the fucking days of Miss Fields, and she ain't around no more to make cookie cakes.
Rest in power.
I think she is.
Where you saw Miss Fields at?
Online?
Is it Ms. or Mrs.?
I always thought it was Mrs. Fields.
Is there a Mrs. Fields?
Mr. Feet.
Mrs. Fields.
Well, no. Hey, how did you know? They could have been two Mrs. Is here Mrs. Fields? Mrs. Fields.
They still have a website, and it is Mrs.
Yeah.
Yes,
I know, which is why I just answered the question. Yes, there is still a Mrs. Fields. The closest Mrs. Fields to us is in Sandusky, Ohio, and or down by Youngstown in Niles, Ohio. So, yes, Mrs. Fields is still around, and just none really around us. Insomnia Cookies apparently has a cookie situation. Maybe they got a cookie.
They'll do anything for.
They got one shaped like a football. Last time I saw, I was in there.
Ooh, yeah. So they have what they describe as cookie cakes. They also have one that's described as just cake. So I don't know what's going on there. Also, one that's called Moon Cookie Cake. Yeah, Insomnia Cookies is kind of the lick. I don't know if you got one in your area, listener, but they deliver, and they deliver wild late. And I've not taken advantage of their delivery situation because, I mean, come on.
It's cookies.
I like driving, and they just up the road, so I don't mind. So
I think it's one near me, but I've never been there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perhaps once, but I was so gone off the I'm not getting that outcast line right now. I'm just gonna stop.
I have a fresh copy of Stankonia on the way.
Man,
it's a nice little reissue of Stankonia that's from the good people at Vinyl We Please that's on its way. So I'm pretty hyped about that.
Is it supposed to sound like stank on ya? Is that the point?
Yeah, the stank on ya. Yeah.
Okay. I never knew that it was actually supposed to be that. You know, I didn't have anyone to explain it to me.
A little fancy play on words, a little wordplay.
Yeah. I saw some shit recently about how is just people telling stories of how they've ran into him in random ass places doing random ass shit over the years.
Normally, as of late, like over the last, let's say, year and a half. Just walk around playing a flute.
Yeah, that was what some of the stories were. It's like pictures of him just walking around with a giant ass flute.
3 Stacks is
it's like
somebody.
Some of him's like skateboarding, like hanging out at the movies, just walking around like in the park. Like they make it like the stories always make it sound like he's just such a genuinely nice person.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crazy part is like how he doesn't feel like he's good enough to rap anymore. Like people want to do songs with him, want to do everything with him, but he doesn't.
Yeah, like
want to do it.
I didn't understand like why like Outkast hasn't done anything in forever. It seems
he doesn't want to.
Yeah, 3 Stacks has chosen to not. Which interesting because like every now and again he'll just show up on somebody's shit and like it'd be the most random like who's this dude and you're like okay. And he seems to always do. He'll always do something with Frank Ocean. For whatever reason, Frank can convince him. Can convince him to get on, and just do a little something. It's a delight, man. I truly enjoy 3 Stacks. I literally just wrote down my top 5 MCs the other day after we listened to a podcast talking about the Chris Rock movie top 5, and I put him at number 1 on my list. So
yeah, I don't want to think about Andre 3000 too much because that shit depresses me. To think there's like the dude that like. You feel like is one of your favorite rappers ever, doesn't feel like he's good enough at one of the things he's best at, and I'm not good at anything. I'm like, oh my God. What, like, I went through the rabbit hole because I was watching the video, like, about that. Like, it's this whole, when you go to a website and at the bottom of the page, and like, why doesn't Andre 3000 rap anymore? And I'm like, that's interesting. And then like all these reasons about like how like he went through a spiraling depression when his mom died.
Oh.
Then his dad died.
Yeah.
And then it was just
Mia. I remember Mia X, who shockingly was one of the best MCs on No Limit back in the day.
The only good rapper on No Limit because Mystical was technically on another label.
Huh. Well, I like Fiend. Fiend has some dope ass.
Okay, there you go.
But her parents both died in real short order. One died, then the other one died in very short order, and I don't think she ever picked the mic up again either. So
I think she's actually a professional now or something like that.
Oh, right on. But it's just like one of those things where it's like you just. Your life changed. I just learned, listeners. I'll share that with you guys. That great in that she was awesome, but my children's great aunt, my Aunt Dot passed away this week as we record, and just a little story to my people and y'all. My Aunt Dot was my cool aunt, and I say that to you, not trying to disrespect all the other aunts I have, aunts and one uncle, but. Like, my other aunts was wild churchy. All Church of God in Christ, like, you know what I'm saying, wearing skirts all the time, never allowed to rock pants type shit, you know what I'm saying? And so they kind of had a snootiness and always a churchiness about them. I love you all. Don't get it twisted. This is just my childhood thought process of my aunts. But my Aunt Dot drank and she smoked and she had parties and she was dope, but she lived wild close to where we lived at. She lived like around the corner from where we lived at. Like we were in the same suburb when I lived in Tennessee when I was younger. So my brother would go kick it over there all the time. And every now and again I'd come through and just go show my aunt love. And it's like, she just was wild dope, man. And like she's the eldest of all. Like my grandparents had something like 13, 14 kids, and she was the oldest of them. And so the fact that the oldest of that bunch, my family, my now family's elders is gone. Kind of sucks ass, man. But I gotta give it up and show love to my Aunt Dot, God rest her soul. Because she was so cool, man. And she put me on the game and she taught me about caviar. When she married my Uncle Mac back in the day, and that's gotta be like 40 years ago at this point. I was a real little in at that point. She had caviar at her wedding and was like, what the fuck is this? And this is mind-boggling. You hear about such things, but to see these things, it's like, yo, that's wild. And I always thought that was so dope and shit. And like I said, she was so cool, man, and just put you on things. And
did you actually try it?
I have no recollection of that. Like I said, I remember seeing it more than anything else and being impressed that was what it was. Oh, it's caviar. Look at this. Fancy. And My intention is to, of course, travel to down south for her funeral. The funeral is planned to be outdoors to help. You know what I'm saying, with the help mitigate or prevent any COVID spread. But I'm like, if I'm going down there, I gotta get a good bottle, and I gotta get a nice little tin of caviar, and some nice little, you know what I'm saying, just to show love to mine. Well, good time. Will I eat a tin of caviar? Probably not. But I mean,
and please don't have the tin sitting next to you the whole ride down. Like,
in the car dipping in the crackers, trying to ride away with it. But it all did though, man. Like you said, rest her soul. She had lung cancer a few years back, and fought back all the way back from that one, only to get breast cancer after that. It's like once again, cancer, motherfucking. I'm tired of his bullshit. But it's cool. She was well. Like I said, she's an older woman. Like I said, the eldest of my grandma's grandparents' kids, and so she was older too. So it's all right, man. She's in a much better place, a much better space, and that's all right, man. So rest in paradise to my Aunt Dot. Rest in paradise to Eddie Van Halen. Cancer again. You know what I'm saying? That one took me straight out. I didn't realize how much he did for Beat It, and to learn all about that shit. That's his riff. That is Eddie Van Halen's riff. But not just that. Not only that. Apparently, while they was in the studio, Mike Jackson had to go do some recording on like a children's book or something right there. So he had to just basically leave the room they was in, like just go across the hall to another studio to get on. And Eddie Van Halen, I guess Quincy Jones produced most of Thriller, was like, "What do you think?" And he goes, "Really though? Can I fuck with this?" And he goes, "Yeah, do what you want to do." And apparently he rearranged some stuff and moved some things around and cut out a whole section of the song, just tossed that shit to the side. And Mike come back in the room and he's basically like, "Man, you might be mad at me, but I did some things, man." And so I guess they play it back to Mike, and Mike apparently, if this story is all true, told Eddie, "Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Most people would have came in here and just, you know, did a little deal on the guitar and just skated and not gave a damn. But you came here and, you know what I'm saying, gave it your all and showed the song love and just made a better song for it." You know what I'm saying?
Now get out, bitch. I didn't ask you to do that.
Now remember, everybody say Mike didn't talk like that when he was talking to people. So more like, "All right, man, that's dope. Peace, God." You know what I'm saying? So,
too young.
So another one, man. Just 2020 wild for it, bruh. Just a dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sad he had to leave. It's just, like I said, as a person who has had, you know what I'm saying, who has had a co-parent going on, it always strikes my mind that children are left behind. You know what I'm saying? And so it weighs on my heart, and it will always be what it is, because like I said, that's my lived experience, and so it weighs on my heart. So
yeah, one thing I did think was cool about him, because I mean, of course, I didn't really grow up listening to his music, but that his son like went on tour with him like soon as he left high school.
Yeah, Wolfgang.
Yeah, Wolfgang. Yeah. Like, I thought that was neat. It's like, you know, one thing that I think we leave behind in these modern times is teaching our kids our trade. Mm-hmm. I can't teach my son to do the job that I do and just let him do it. Yeah. And like, soon as it might have been like while he was still young, you know, before he was of age, got to get out there and go on tour with his dad and play professional gigs. So yeah. I always thought that was dope.
Well, you know how we roll. I hit you with a little news. We going through some things. We kick it. Try to put you on the game for the great state of Ohio. This will go further than where it is right now. Trust. Federal judge strikes down Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose's limit on ballot box drops. In the great state of Ohio currently right now, I've not started reading the story. I'm just going to give you a little background. Because of Corona, they expect there to be a much larger amount of people voting by mail. To help make that easier, the various counties was like, hey, yo, can we have drop boxes throughout the city, especially with the mail running like it currently is? Can we have drop boxes basically spread out throughout the county so people can drop their ballots off at? And the Secretary of State was like, nah, you can have a box per county at the Board of Elections, and basically somebody got to be there to watch them shits. Now, what that, of course, means is that in the, 80 some odd counties we have in Ohio, that is one single point of failure for each county's, absentee ballots. That's why this is a problem. And a judge had already said, no, you good. There's no law preventing you all from having more than one box. But when the Cuyahoga, the county we live in, board of election said, okay, cool. Our intention is to put collection boxes at the various Cuyahoga County public libraries, as in addition to the box here at the Board of Elections. And Frank LaRose was like, nah, you ain't. So, now we go with federal judge strikes down the Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose's limit on ballot drop boxes. It's by Andrew J. Tobias of Cleveland.com. Columbus, Ohio. A federal judge on Thursday struck down Ohio Secretary of State Frank LaRose's order barring county boards of elections from setting up multiple ballot drop box sites, saying the order unfairly burdens large counties. In a ruling issued Thursday evening, U.S. District Judge Dan Polster also cited the coronavirus pandemic, which he said creates a greater strain on the mail system and increases demand for remote voting options. He said LaRose failed to present evidence that additional drop boxes used to securely store completed absentee ballots were not permitted under state law, or that allowing them would cause any harm to the election. LaRose, a Republican, appealed within hours of the ruling, because of course he would. Polster declined to put a stay on the order, meaning it will take effect immediately unless the appeals court intervenes. If it stands, the ruling would allow Cuyahoga County to move forward with a plan to set up staffed ballot collection sites at 6 county library branches. So it's not like they're asking for the world. They're saying 6 additional spots outside of the one at the Board of Elections. But, the Secretary has not advanced any legitimate reason to prohibit a county Board of Elections from utilizing off-site drop boxes and or off-site delivery of ballots to staff. Voting began October 6th. The Cuyahoga County Board voted to begin collecting ballots at public libraries on October 13th. Other county boards may now vote to implement plans for off-site collection, and it is time for the litigation to end, he wrote, ruling in favor of a lawsuit brought by a group of voting rights advocates. In a statement, LaRose spokeswoman Maggie Sheehan said, voting has begun and Ohio elections are safe, secure, and accessible. The place to make change in how we run our elections is the State House, not the courthouse. In making his ruling, Polster also granted a request from the voting rights advocates to reopen the lawsuit, saying his incorrect interpretation of a directive issued by LaRose led him to mistakenly dismiss the case earlier in the week. Polster said he believed LaRose's guidance, which said boards of election could set up additional staff ballot drop-off sites outside their offices, had meant LaRose was saying that they could set up off-site locations. Officials in LaRose's office say they meant literally outside the building, as in on or near the property. It's a lot more there, but as you can see, it's just some nonsense. And this will end up going to the Supreme Court if the Supremes accept it, and lately they've been accepting it, and the Supremes have been voting on the more conservative side, as they did in the case with South Carolina voters, saying that they have to have a witness watch them sign their mail-in ballot. And that's just weird. But again, this will make its way to the Supremes after. Well, I guess it has to go to the full appeals court first. But assuming they don't stop it or anything like that, it'll end up with the Supremes, and they will fucking probably say LaRose can have his one box, because that's just how this rolls. But don't get it twisted, people. The election is not in November. The election is right now. We are in the midst of voting right now. There are lots of people all over this great nation, all over the world, who are sending votes back home, who are already in the midst of voting in this election. We are on the ground running. And by the time this episode comes out, we might be even closer. So, know that. Cast your vote. Do it for the people.
Don't wait on the Supremes to scream, baby, baby, baby. Where did our love go?
For sure, for sure.
Where did our love go?
This shit right here is wild. And only becomes an Ohio story because, as it turns out, a good deal of this plan was hatched here. Militia members arrested by FBI after allegedly planning to kidnap Michigan governor convened in Ohio to hatch plan. This is posted by Lee DeVito over at Cleveland Scene. Months after Donald Trump egged on right-wing protesters to liberate Michigan, in a tweet, 6 men have been arrested and charged as part of an alleged plot to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer. They was trying to get Big Gretch. Y'all know about Big Gretch? I'm just saying. According to an FBI affidavit revealed on Thursday, the men had allegedly been planning to kidnap Whitmer ahead of November election and hold her hostage in Wisconsin. The men went as far as surveilling Whitmer's vacation home on the west side of the state on 2 separate coordinated occasions and planned to use explosives to distract law enforcement, which they had begun testing.
Distract or kill?
Attorney General Dana Nessel called the plot serious and credible. In a press conference on Thursday, the men had been talking about the plan since at least the summer, Nessel said. Trump tweeted liberate Michigan in April. The men are Adam Fox, Barry Croft, Ty Garbin, Caleb Frakes, Daniel Harris, and Brandon Caserta. All are from Michigan, except for Croft, who's from Delaware. Each could face up to life in prison if convicted. Snatch and grab, man. Grab the fucking governor, Fox said according to a secret recording. Just grab the bitch. Because at this point, we do that, dude, it's over. Several of the men had talked about overthrowing the government and creating a self-sufficient society, according to the complaint. Additional charges accuse 7 members of the militia, Wolverine Watchmen, of working with the group, plotting to recruit 200 men to attack Michigan's Capitol building, kidnap other government officials, attack law enforcement officers, and attempt to start a civil war. Nessel said the investigation started earlier this year after law enforcement became aware of the plot on social media. The would-be kidnappers used encrypted messaging platforms and code words to try to evade detection. But by using undercover agents and confidential sources, the FBI was able to thwart the plan. And the members came to the Buckeye State to formulate the plan via the Detroit News. In June, Croft, Fox, and 13 others from multiple states held a meeting in Dublin, Ohio, near Columbus, according to the government. Those present included an FBI confidential source who recorded the meetings. The source had been paid $8,600. The group talked about creating a society that would follow the U.S. Bill of Rights and where they could be self-sufficient. The FBI agent wrote they discussed different ways of achieving the goal, from peaceful endeavors to violent actions. At one point, several members talked about the state governments they believe were violating the U.S. Constitution, including the government of Michigan and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The men were arrested when they met this week to pool money to buy weapons and explosives. The investigation is ongoing. All of Michigan can disagree about politics, but those disagreements should never amount to violence, Matthew Schneider, the United States Attorney for the Eastern District, said at the press conference. Senate Majority Leader Mike Shirkey, a Republican, also denounced the would-be kidnappers. A threat against our governor is a threat against all of us, he wrote on Twitter. We condemn those who plotted against her and our government. Those are not patriots. There is no honor in their actions. They are criminals and traitors, and they should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. See how easy that is, Donald Trump? Previously, Shirkey called armed right-wing protesters who stormed the Capitol in April jackasses. However, Shirkey also contributed to the heated rhetoric around Whitmer's emergency powers, which he had used to manage the coronavirus pandemic in April. Whitmer extended her emergency powers without congressional authority. April 30th, 2020, a day in our state's legacy which will last in infamy, familiar to fear-provoking words, but accurate and honest, he wrote on Facebook, evoking the attack on Pearl Harbor. He also equated Whitmer to a tyrant. Michigan has now earned the distinction of having a governor drunk on the addiction of unfettered power, declaring that she and she alone can and will continue to act unilaterally to lock down our society, our culture, and our economy, he added. So he's a piece of shit as it was. According to the FBI, Fox said, Whitmer has no checks and balances at all. She has uncontrolled power right now. And Croft said, all good things must come to an end. Those are the kidnappers talking that last part, if that was not clear. And, yeah, of course they came to plan the shit in the most southern of northern states, Ohio.
I'm glad you clarified that because you didn't tell me that was the kidnappers talking. I would think that's a Donald Trump tweet.
It's wild. I don't know if y'all have seen an image of Big Gretch, but Gretchen Whitmer is a lovely woman. Why would they want to kidnap this poor woman?
Well, not only that, Trump weighed in on this whole thing, this whole kidnapping plot, and let's see. What did he have to say? Oh, I'm sorry. I had it up and I lost it. Okay, he begins and ends his tweets about this whole plot by attacking the governor, the victim of this kidnapping plot. Governor Whitmer of Michigan has done a terrible job. He starts off, talks about the lockdown, doesn't call them terrorists. He says he condemns all violence. He says my Justice Department foiled a dangerous plot against the governor. Rather than say thank you, she calls me a white supremacist. So, because he makes this whole fucking thing about him, as he does with all things.
My government did this. It's not his Justice Department. I don't understand why he seems to think all this shit is his, but it is ours.
He's a toddler.
Also,
that we made into a president.
She's like Wonder Woman.
We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. Fuck that dude.
I'm sorry. It just made me angry.
I know, but nah. This is
she's
from
like Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she's a lovely woman. Word to Big Gretch. This is from the good people over at Raw Story. Black man stopped by alleged ICE agents while jogging in his own neighborhood. This is by Sky Palmer. Ben Apriala was out running this Tuesday in his Boston neighborhood when he was stopped by alleged ICE agents. And because they keep saying alleged means they have not just clarified or had qualified that these people actually were ICE agents, who asked for his identification, according to WBUR. 2 SUVs driven by the agents blocked his path on the sidewalk. When Apriala took out a cell phone and began recording the encounter, the agents backed off. Before they let him go, one agent asked Apriala, I don't know how to say it, if they could see if he has any tattoos. He responded, "If I'm free to go, I'm not showing you anything," he told the agents. "Thank you. Have a great day, guys." The feds tried to stop me. ICE tried to stop me in my own neighborhood, Apriala says in the video. This shit is crazy. After the video gained traction on social media, Boston City councilors wanted answers. This is unacceptable, and Boston deserves full transparency about who these men were and how we will ensure this doesn't happen again, Councilors Michelle Wu tweeted. You can, of course, watch the video below, but, we ain't below. I just thought that was wild that these, maybe ICE, maybe not, just showed up in the town and did not let anyone in the town know, hey, we here.
But that's been happening all across the country, though, right?
I know, but it just, I don't know, when they...
She want to fuck with the rule.
It just, it's weird and unusual to me, and I don't know what to do with that. All right, one last story. I thought this one was kind of cool. ABC Research Project gave homeless people $7,500 each. The results were beautifully surprising. This is by Bridget Watson of the CBC News. This is a Canadian story.
Oh, of course it was.
Participants found housing faster, boosted food security, and reduced spending on substances, study found. The results of a BC research project that gave thousands of dollars to homeless people are in, and according to one researcher, could challenge stereotypes about people living on the margins. The New Leaf Project is a joint study started in 2018 by the Foundations for Social Change, a Vancouver-based charitable organization in the University of British Columbia, the University of British Columbia. After giving homeless Lower Mainland residents cash payments of $7,500, researchers checked on them over a year to see how they were faring. All 115 participants, ranging in age between 19 and 64, had been homeless for at least 6 months and were not struggling with serious substance use or mental health issues. Of those, 50 people were chosen at random to be given the cash, while the others formed a control group that did not receive any money. I had no expectations and really high hopes, said Claire Williams, CEO of Foundations of Social Change, on CBC's The Early Edition on Tuesday. What researchers found after 12 months, she said, was beautifully surprising. Not only did those who received the money spend fewer days homeless than those in the control group, they had also moved into stable housing after an average of 3 months, compared to those in the control group who took an average of 5 months. Those who received the money also managed it well over the course of a year. We saw people retain over $1,000 for 12 months, which is remarkable in the lower mainland, says Williams. On average, cash recipients spent 52 cents of their money on food and rent, 15%, I said 52 cents, didn't I? 52%, forgive me. 15% on other items such as medical and bills, and 16% on clothes and transportation. Almost 70% of people who received the payments were food secure after 1 month. In comparison, spending on alcohol, cigarettes, and drugs went down on average by 39%. Too often, people dismiss the idea of giving homeless people money because they assume it will be mismanaged, Williams said. It challenges stereotypes we have here in the West about how to help people living on the margins, she said. New beginnings. Ray, whose last name project researchers did not release for privacy reasons, was living in an emergency shelter before receiving money from New Leaf Project. He said the money helped him get housing, take computer classes he needed to work toward his goal of becoming a frontline worker for people with substance addictions. I kind of want to give back where I came from, said Ray. I might one day be that important person that has a powerful voice. A seed can grow into an oak tree. According to Williams, providing people like Ray the cash they need to get ahead also helps Canadian taxpayers. She said it costs an average of $55,000 annually for social and health services for one homeless individual, according to the study data. And the project saved the shelter system approximately $8,100 per person for a total of $405,000 over 1 year for all 50. The common belief is the status quo is cheap. In fact, it's incredibly expensive, said Williams. According to the 2018 BC homeless count, there are 7,600 homeless people living in the province, meaning a group of 115 study participants is relatively small. I just thought that was dope. That's not the first place in the world to attempt what has become known as a universal basic income. And every single time they seem to do it and practice it, seems to work like a champ. People are better off for it and seem to start doing better almost immediately because, as it turns out, we need money in a capitalist society. Who'd have thunk it? But also it's slightly a bit, socialist because they gave them money. But giving them money, getting these people on their way, seems to work. And like I said, I've seen in some of the Scandinavian countries. I want to say either Finland and or Norway does the universal basic income. It worked out so well, they just said, "Fuck it, we're gonna keep doing it." So
it's crazy how people just can't get into their head. Like, hey, if you give the people who are on the poorer end of the spectrum just a little bit more money, most of the time, people who are struggling, they're gonna do less bad things with their money when they have it. They'll try to say oh, they're gonna go out and buy drugs and drink. No, most of the time they're gonna be doing things like getting their kids the shoes they've been waiting 6 months to get for their kids, or finally get the cars that they've been saving money for to get back and forth to work, or finally taking care of some bills they wanted to because they got other goals in mind.
It is we've been force fed this entire time as people in the West, and in particular in the United States, that you have to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and this, that, and the third, and that's the way it should be. And though that is a way, it is not the only way, and probably shouldn't be the only way we go about it, because of a lack of generational wealth and so forth. Mm-hmm. It's like the rich truly do get richer in this country, and though some of us can do better bit by bit, I have done better than my mother. My mother did better than her parents, bit by bit. Yes, that has worked out. It could be so much better and so much easier by just focusing on, just like I said, the smallest of needs. You know what I'm saying? And as we always say, of course, an increase in the minimum wage, because our minimum wage is absolute trash. And but of course, like I said, we've had to put in our head that, like I said again, pull yourself by your bootstraps. Oh, if you work that job, you deserve to get. What it is that we convince ourselves that they work that shitty job, that must be whatever. And the reality of it is no, they're underpaid, you're underpaid, everybody's underpaid, and we all probably should be doing a bit better. And if you increase the minimum wage, then you too should get a raise. You know what I'm saying? It should all work like that.
It trickles up. Like,
yeah, it never trickles down. That shit don't work.
Yeah, like people fail to realize, like, oh, I'm not gonna get a raise because, I mean, yes, you'll get with more money from the people who are below where we particularly are. Like, they'll be able to pay rent and buy more houses and do other things, and that puts more money into our pocket. The people who are in the middle.
Yeah.
But people, we just live in a society where people are just thinking about themselves and themselves only. And
but like I said, we were founded on that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We were founded by selfish men who didn't want to pay their taxes. Just be real. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're led by one.
And so it's no doubt. And so it literally was the foundation of this entire nation that was motherfuckers like, I want more. And I want more on the backs of those who I consider lesser. You know? So I don't know. I like that as a happy story. I didn't mean to take it in such a dark direction, but I mean the reality of it is we could be doing a whole lot better in this country, and I hope we get there. I hope we do. I don't expect us to, but I hope, because all I got is hope some days.
At least hopefully we'll get to visit some of those nicer countries one day.
That could help. That could help your soul out. Oh my goodness! But that's my little blanket of news and the like. You know what I'm saying? What's pop with whomever run and roll? Whoever wants to hit the ground running, please and thank you.
Well, I have something pretty funny to talk about, because I know me and Lunch kind of talked about it a little bit a couple weeks ago, and I just want to get his input on it. But I've been listening to this new podcast. It's only like maybe 7 or 8 episodes in. It's called My Mama Told Me, and
like the Cardi B meme.
Like the Cardi B meme.
Cardi B meme. Mama said.
Oh no, not like that. My mama said no, not like that. But so the premise of the podcast is either things you heard growing up, or like that were told to you, or things like your mother directly told you that are like urban legend or like superstitions and stuff like that. So one guy that I follow that I've talked about a couple different times is this guy Carl Tart. And he was on the newest episode, and I was like, well, I'll get his podcast and listen. Carl is like the king of podcast guesting. And the podcast, it's a dope-ass podcast, but one thing that they talked about, I won't say exactly what they talked about, so you guys can go out there and listen, but one thing they touched on was black spaghetti and white spaghetti. Now, the other day you made some spaghetti, and you tell me how you made that, Lunch.
Okay, so I usually make it. Well, lately I've been making it by browning the meat and then draining it, and then I've been adding a couple cans of diced tomatoes, a can of tomato sauce, a can of tomato paste into the meat. Now I season it every step. Usually with garlic powder, salt, sometimes pepper, if I'm, depending on how I'm feeling. And this last time I used like Italian seasoning one. It's like thyme and all the leafy ones. And then I used konjac noodles instead of regular pasta noodles for the noodles, obviously.
So are the noodles on the side or mixed into the sauce?
So the way I make it, because I make a batch that lasts the whole week, I mix the noodles into the sauce.
Okay, so
I would describe
black
that. Hold
style.
on. Without knowing. Oh, I was about to say without knowing. I was going to say that's the black way.
So yeah, that is black. That is what's called black style spaghetti. You made a pot, the sauce and meat all together, all separate. White style, as it's told, is sauce, meat, pasta separate.
Wait, people are separating all three?
No. Maybe,
okay.
Well, I mean, maybe if they do meatballs like that, because meatballs are generally cooked in sauce.
Yeah, when I was living at my dad's house and when I was still in high school and all that, when my stepmom made spaghetti, it was the white way, where it was noodles in the pot, and then we had the meat sauce in the pan, and when you made your plate, you got noodles out of the pot, and then you put your own sauce on it. So I do it differently, but, yeah, people hear me talk, so...
So that's white style.
Yeah, that's white style. And a couple of weeks ago, might have been more than a couple weeks, or maybe a month ago, but I didn't get yelled at, but I got pulled to the side at home like, "Hey, dude, why you mix the noodles and the pasta together?" I'm like, "Cause I think my girlfriend had left and like came back home."
I like it because it coats all the noodles and they soak up some of the sauce.
Yeah, it gives the noodles some flavor. I totally agree. But yeah, we don't eat a black style here no more. That's out the door.
Moving on up.
It's probably been years since I ate a standard bolognese, and I ate a white style. That's just the way. And in fact, I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't think. It's not that I have any. I don't know. It's the way I'm used to doing it.
I'll tell you why I like to eat a white style. Because I am a fan of the layers of flavor.
Yeah.
If you make up some proper pasta, you salt the water. Like the kind of pasta we even use at home is Barilla veggie pasta.
Mm-hmm.
It's with spinach and like zucchini, like mixed in the pasta. And I like the taste of that. So, you get that, you get the salty bite, you get the al dente-ness of it, and you get dynamic contrast. You get a little bit of the sauce, a little bit of the pasta. You get some cheese jumping off, and it looks nice on the plate. That is not just but at the same time, black style still ain't bad, because like Lon said, you get the taste of everything, and you get that bite all together, and you get those fat ass noodles with the tomato sauce all soaked in. It's still good.
Yeah, like when we'd have it white style at home when I was a kid, you would run into the issue sometimes of almost like you run out of sauce and all you have left is noodle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I just prefer the mixed way.
We the only reason we probably never we run out of noodles and not sauce, because my oldest son just likes it. He just likes dry noodles. Like he'll take them to the face like all night long.
My grown son, my 16 almost 17-year-old son is a butter noodle dude. So
I just I keep on thinking about doing this, and just recording my son saying some shit to me in the morning sometimes. Every morning when I usually start work around 6:30. Around between 7 and 7:30, he comes downstairs. He watches some TV or he plays on his Kindle, and then I'll ask him around when Emery come downstairs. And this is what they say every morning. "Oh, hey, Dada." I'm like, I don't understand why the fuck they do that. Like, "Oh, hey, it's you again. You still here?" So my son will say, "I'd like some pasta for breakfast." And I'm like, "I'm not making you pasta for breakfast." Sometimes I will. I always stick to my guns because I'll be tired of the bullshit. I'm like, if you want to eat pasta for breakfast, I really don't care. It's food.
Yeah.
But he'll be like, "I want some pasta, and I want an egg fried hard, and I want some cookies and blueberries. I'm like, you can have most of that, but like they go through phases of what they eat. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. That like the different styles and the different methods. What you say? You right in the middle of this, Gabe.
Mm-hmm. Well, my wife being white makes it white style. I didn't.
What did you have when you were at home at the original home?
Same. My mom would.
He's practicing his incognito abilities.
I didn't know there was a black and white style to spaghetti. To be honest, just one of those things that I wasn't aware of.
No, it's okay. One interesting thing I did miss about black style is, on the second, not the first day, not the second day, but like the third day, you like eating that last bit in the pot, and it's like a big old clump together. That's a good clump.
Well, make it white style with the pasta separate than the sauce and the meat, but I mix it all up anyway when it gets on my plate, so I don't even know why. I mean, I don't enjoy it in layers. I don't want the pasta. Even the good pasta we get, I don't want the pasta without some sauce on it.
There's something about like some good dry ass pasta. Like if like a little butter, a little cheese, you twirl it and taste it. Like, that's good.
I never do that. I never give myself a chance to try it because as soon as it hits my plate, I'm mixing it all up till everything is saturated, and you can't separate the sauce from the pasta.
Well, maybe next time if it dings in your memory, you know
just
what I'm saying?
let the sauce sit on top and then start eating.
Or just on a humble before you start stirring, just get you a little noodle situation popping. Just taste what the noodles taste like. See what's going on with just the noodles. If the water was salted nicely, you know what I'm saying. If it got a nice little, if the noodle itself is tasty, just you know what I'm saying.
Sometimes put olive oil and salt into the water.
Yeah. Yeah, so it don't stick together. What kind of noodles do you guys use at home?
Barilla, I think, is about the brand I cop most of the time. The little blue box.
Not the pasta. What's the shape and stuff you guys use?
Oh, literal spaghetti noodles or egg noodles because they don't like egg noodles. And egg noodles is just whatever the no yolks brand, I think.
All right, I'll be right back.
He's gonna show us the pasta.
I assume he's going to go find us pasta.
I can do that right now too because there's a bunch sitting on the counter because I was unloading groceries.
All right, well, go do it.
All right, hold on.
And you use a particular low carb noodle, right?
Yeah, right now I'm using the plant root noodles, and I'm not gonna go around and get the package.
No, I'm not sitting here. I know you had actually talked about it recently enough when you were talking about your last grocery haul.
I bought some rice that they made.
Yeah,
but I haven't used it yet. Like I have it on the counter. I'm gonna probably use it in a couple days.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What's that noodle called?
Celatini? We got Bria, just like you. Bria. Bahia. And we got the Celatini.
Yes. Me
got
too.
some
I
Celatini?
think I got that as well. No. I think that's on the other one. So I got penne, which is my least favorite.
We've had penne. We like it.
This is whole grain penne.
Okay.
Elbows.
Never had that.
Mini Forelli. We got whole grain thin spaghetti. Then the veggie spaghetti I was telling you about. And my real
You hate fettuccine?
Fettuccine.
What do you
never
not like
turns out right?
What do you not like about the wider noodle?
Never cooks right. Never ever cooks right. It says to cook for 12 minutes. Fuck that 12 minutes. And it like even with the olive oil and the salt in the water, you stir that shit around. It always sticks together. It never cooks right. And fuck it. I hate it. I hate cooking fettuccine.
I'm not a big elbow noodle guy. too much like packed in a tiny area. Like I like a little more spread out. That's why I like the penne over the elbow.
Only use elbows when I make mac and cheese. That's what they're for.
Mac and cheese, I prefer shells.
Yeah. Well, I made mac and cheese the other day.
Yeah.
So that's what that was for. I mean, I feel like macaroni, it's a good vehicle. Like, especially like if you make macaroni and cheese like tea was mostly cheese anyway. What difference do it make, right?
Yeah.
I just like when like the cheese sauce or the cheese gets into the shell, so it's like a little flavor burst. Whereas like the elbow, it's just like nothing gets into that spirals. I mean the elbow, so like it's just a clump of pasta.
I don't know. I just think you need to have some more black style, and maybe you'll change your mind. But it's just
I've had teas mac and cheese plenty of times. I just feel how I feel about it.
It's another pasta. It's called I forgot, but the nickname is Ears, and it's shaped like a little bowl. It's like nowhere for the flavor to hide.
So you're just surfing it, little soft, whatever, little UFOs. So Aunt like text me. Was that today? Did she text me about that podcast, or was it yesterday?
I sent it to you yesterday.
Okay, yeah. So I actually went and downloaded this episode, this show, and he was like, "You gotta listen to this podcast, and not just listen to this podcast. You gotta listen to all this podcast," which is like, look, when Aunt tell me to listen to a podcast, I listen to a podcast. I don't think there's none I have not listened to that he said to, and I don't feel like I did not like that Interstellar podcast with Carl Tart. I did like Carl Tart on it, but
yes,
and I like Interstellar. I enjoy that movie, but I did not like how their take on it. I didn't like how they. I didn't like it.
I thought that the dude who was an actual
scientist,
his take was interesting. I have never even seen Interstellar, so I can't plant my flag anywhere.
Yeah.
But it was interesting. It did well while I washed the dishes.
True indeed. But like I said, like you told me to check this new one out, and I did. I went because I noticed it's not that old, so I was like, oh yeah, I can download all those episodes, and it's fantastic. It really is. It has been so good and so interesting, and because to give you the premise of the show, it is conspiracy theory, black conspiracy theories, and I like to say black conspiracy theories because it's not just I'm saying the pyramids was built by aliens, which is just racist when you think about it. It is for an example, the Mystic Juice, and then they decided as they did the show, Snapple was produced by the KKK to infiltrate the hood with sweet drinks, basically to help keep us down.
Almost the same thing as in Black Dynamite.
And I remember and they talk about in that episode. They talk about, of course, Mystic. They talk about Snapple, but they also talk about Crooked Eye.
S.T. Crooked Eye.
I remember Crooked Eye. The basically the St. Ides juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it was like everybody basically. So basically, at that period in time, everybody named Mama was trying to basically battle Snapple. Snapple came out on the scene. Was basically a premium product. Premium juice product, and everybody was like, yo, they is getting paid because they out here with this juice shit. Let's all do it. And so
let me add that I always seen Snapple commercials, but the only time I ever seen Snapple was like if we went to Mark's or something. And Mark's is a local store in Ohio, but Mark's are basically in suburbs.
Yeah.
So I never seen Snapple at my corner store.
Yeah. So I thought that hilarious. I don't think I ever came across the whole KKK making Snapple thing. The KKK thing I came across in my day was the KKK made British Knights, and that's why you wasn't supposed to wear them.
I do remember that. It was that and Troops.
True word life, it was true, but they said if you pulled the fucking the insole up, it said product of the made by the KKK on it. No, it's like I guess that's a provable fact, but I don't know any troops and or British Knights. But you know what I'm saying, those things are possible.
And I did. Did you listen to the one about Sierra and Usher?
Yes, I did listen, and see, so that's funny because they said theirs was Sierra and Usher, and I forgot who it was in my time, but it was always somebody else in my time, and then there was somebody, because of course they talk about Lil' Kim sucked so many dicks she had to have her stomach pump for cum. But I've heard that about somebody else, other celebrities. You know what I'm saying?
I heard that about somebody in the New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, it's like it's funny how
every generation that rumor comes out.
Exactly,
I know. Sierra was during like Dan's generation. Did you hear that she was a hermaphrodite, Dan? I thought about you with. Okay, he didn't hear it then. So.
But I mean, what else did you want me to say? No,
nope.
That's all I want to know. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. But you didn't.
That one that made me, of course, it made me reminisce about just old school like black ass fucking conspiracies. But of course, it made me wonder. I mean, are saying besides besides our standard whatever, do you got some Puerto Rican conspiracies that I don't know about, man? Just tucked away the Puerto Ricans been holding on to. Talking about in Spanish only.
There's the conspiracy that they're exploiting the island's resources.
That's not a conspiracy. That's a factual statement, sir.
But the chupacabra.
That's what I was exactly thinking.
Is that a conspiracy theory? That's what do they call that?
It's like a folk tale.
A folktale.
Folktale, urban legend, but it's something else. It's
like
the
same thing.
Cryptozoology, something like that is what they call that, or something. When Bigfoots, your chupacabras, your Jersey Devils, those type of things. So Chupacabra showed up on Venture Brothers, so that's how that's a part of the mainstream at this point.
The Jersey Devils are real. Didn't they win the Stanley Cup?
You lucky you ain't within arm's reach.
He's got you there.
No, I heard about the Jersey Devil. Well, is it? Yeah, I don't know how these things come about. Wow. What are the other? I wonder if the lesser known animal don't feel like they get enough shine, like Bigfoot. Bigfoot's like the A-lister of mythical creatures.
Yeah, but like Bigfoot and Yeti, what's a Nessie? All these motherfuckers, they get whole movies and shit made about them and books written about them and shit like that and so forth and so on. People have like tried to troll the lake of Loch Ness to see if they can find, find this mythical creature, even though there's so little proof that it's like a weird picture that kind of looks like a log when you look at it, and that's about it, bruh. It's like, really?
I think the most the Chupacabra got was a few songs, a T-shirt, episode of Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah. So Ant sent us a list of legendary creatures here. So Bigfoot, we've heard of. Bunny Yip, never heard of. Chupacabra, we just discussed. The dragon, which I've never thought of as a legendary. Well, I mean, I guess it's a creature of legend. Fenrir, goblin, griffin, hippocamp, imp, jabberwocky, leshy, unicorn, vampire, werewolf, yeti. Is that another? That's a hippogriff. And an Ichabod are some of the legendary creatures. And I found a link for Cryptozoology, which like I said, Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Loch Ness Monster, Mokel Mbembe, Yeti, Kraken, Leviathan, and Deloy's monkey, also known as Diddy or Vasitri. And also, forgive me, the Mongolian death worm, a strange snake-like creature that lives in the Gobi deserts. Scientists do not know if it really exists or not.
You know what's not on that list? A jackalope. Maybe they are real after all.
I was thinking of jackalope. But I think the deal with jackalope is we know it's kind of a made up thing,
Yeah, well, it took me a while to get on that, but I was 22. I think I told that story on this podcast before. I was 22 before I found out that jackalopes weren't real.
Oh my god!
I never told that. So I was way too damn old. Okay, I'll tell this story. So these guys in my I was like 21, 22, living in my junior year of undergrad, living in this house off campus with a bunch of guys, and some of them were hunters, and they put on they had like a tally board of which animals they were going to catch while they're hunting, and they put jackalope on there. I'm like, oh, you guys seen a jackalope? I've never seen one in person. And they're like, no, that was just there as a joke. Just jackalopes aren't real. Like, what are you talking about? I've seen them. I seen stuffed versions of them.
I seen it.
I just wonder, like, all these things are supposed to be made up and shit, but like, dodo birds are dead. The Tasmanian tiger is dead. I mean, like, they're extinct.
But they were alive during our time, as people's times, and so people knew they existed, saw them, drew pictures of them, took pictures of the Tasmanian tiger in one case.
Yeah, people took pictures of, or supposedly have pictures and do pictures of Bigfoot too.
Yeah, but they don't have pictures. You know what I'm saying? They have these weird, like, look at that man over there in the shadows, kind of like doing this. Pictures. Whereas we know of scientists who actually was like, oh shit, the dodo is dying off. We got to make sure we record this shit for history and so forth. For posterity. Forgive me.
The sea's huge. We don't know if there's such thing as a kraken.
You are right. The sea is indeed huge, but also I don't think we understand how big a fucking blue whale is. And once you get that mindset, you're like, oh yeah, that could definitely be a kraken. You know what I'm saying? Once you understand how really massive blue whales are.
Huh.
I'd be willing to believe in the kraken.
For whatever reason, it just sounded naughty when you said it.
Oh, I believe in it. I believe in this dick.
I'm a kraken wide open, baby. Oh,
I mean, if you want to make it dirty, I mean, that thing's got 8 arms or whatever, right? It's like an octopus cousin. Can you imagine the damage it could do to your dick with that shit?
Oh my god! Also,
you'd have suction cup bruises for weeks, but shit, that'd probably be worth it.
Also, there appears to be there's fossilized remains of dodos. You know what I'm saying? Sub-fossilized is what they describe it as. So I guess it's not quite as hard as a fossil yet.
I think in one of the immunity museums over in Europe, they have like a stuffed dodo bird. Yeah. Like, one of the main reasons I want to go to Europe so I can see it. Like, extinct animals is like one of my things I'm most curious about in the world.
Yeah. The very ideal of extinct animals has always been kind of like interesting to me. And of course, Vanessa just sent me an article that they have successfully extracted DNA from an insect trapped in amber, Jurassic Park style. And I'm just like, God damn it! Sometimes, look, because I'm a believer in science. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, that's cool, but also I'm like, don't be fucking up and bringing back dinosaurs. Y'all seen the movie? Y'all know what this is. Get AIDS.
Yeah, shit. Yeah. The last one, they ended it with, like, animals fucking populating Arizona and shit.
Man, I never saw that, the most recent Jurassic World.
It was on TV yesterday, and, like, FX or some shit like that. And
that means it might be on Hulu.
Yeah, we were finishing up dinner, and, like, last night, it was a late night last night. And just saying, like, oh, yeah, our oldest son is probably never going to be able to see that movie. Just for him to see, like, a dinosaur fucking eating a person, I don't think he can handle it. Because that motherfucker got ate.
Like, those movies are, like, part of, like, probably my favorite franchise. And that last movie just, like, I was on the borderline fucking hating it.
Fallen Kingdom?
I mean, Jurassic Park 3 was really awful. It's like...
Which one is 3?
I think I like 3 better than this last one.
Oh my gosh. Well, that is telling, isn't it?
Because I watched 3 like a month ago.
But Dallas Bryce Howard was a pog. How could you deny that?
She directed one of the episodes of The Mandalorian first season. Very proud of her work. She did a good job. You fucked The Mandalorian?
I saw Sasha Banks is in this upcoming season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, from WWE.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. Continue. I don't know.
Snoop Dogg's cousin.
Okay.
She's.
If you're watching wrestling, she's the other black one.
Or wait. Or is Nia Jax the other black one?
Nia Jax is Samoan.
Man, she brown.
Nah, Naomi's the black one.
Oh yeah, but she black. She like real black. You know.
And then Sasha's only half black.
All right. So that's what's up in that regard. But yeah, man, I like the ideal of wild ass conspiracy theories that we came up with. Like I said, and like they pointed out on the episode, like I said, the phrase hermaphrodite was all kinds of wrong, which we didn't know at the time. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, we didn't know that they had the intersex is the appropriate term. But of course, like I said, we ain't know. And like Siamese is wild ass wrong, you know what I'm saying, in regard to a person and or probably, I don't know, I guess if the cats are a product of Siam. But like I said, that's
I think what was pretty much hilarious about when they were talking about Sierra and like how they tried to be like, oh, it was on an episode of Oprah that they wouldn't show no more. And then the fact that it was like, you know, Sierra was answering all these questions about being intersex, and she was 17 years old. Mm-hmm. And being able to handle that, and you're still basically a child, was incredible.
That's why when her and Future broke up and Future just be acting a fool about, you know, about Russell, it's like she basically she been fucked with her whole, like, she already know how to deal with that nigga and his shit.
Yeah, and then you know, the fact that it was like she's hanging out with Bow Wow. Of course, she looked like a man. Well, Bow Wow's like 5'3". I mean, she was just a regular, just a regular lady, yeah. And you know, he just small as hell.
50 claims to have guns the size of that gentleman.
He's falling off the fuck. Lisa Ann though.
Sarah J. Lisa Ann, not Sarah J. But maybe Sarah J. I don't know.
Really? Bow Wow fuck Lisa Ann?
Yeah. No, yeah. She calls him Chad. She doesn't even call him Shad.
Yeah, she's the one that's talked about it.
Yeah, she calls him Shad, not Little Bow Wow.
He's not little.
Because calling him Little Bow Wow would be disrespectful, according to her.
That nigga named Little Bow Wow. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
I think she was joking about his penis size teeth.
Oh, you know, I guess, but that nigga named Little Bow Wow.
Mama call him Little, I'ma call him Little.
Mama call him Clay. I'ma call him Clay.
So, speaking of black musicians, I saw about a half hour ago, apparently the dude who shot Megan Thee Stallion's facing 22 years in prison.
Yeah,
Tory Lanez.
Fuck Tory Lanez. Yeah. He's a real bit. He's a.
But see, this is another time where I seen him do something else. So I do this for pretty much everybody in life. When I seen him do something else weird, and I was just like, I'm not fucking with him.
Yeah.
So about 3 or 4 years ago, it's a video, and I might outlook for it, where him and some other rappers were at a party, and he got in Travis Scott's face at a party, a regular ass house party. This is at somebody's house, and tried to fight him. And Travis Scott was like, "I'm not gonna fight you. We at somebody's house, dude. What are you doing? Chill out." And then he kept on getting in his face like, "We can shoot the fair one right fucking now," like being real aggressive. And I'm like, Y'all at a party, like in the best time of your life. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I decided, I was like, yeah, something wrong with that dude.
He feel like he gotta be, because he's short. I know it.
I'm short
and Canadian.
He's small, and he feel like he gotta put on. And you know what I'm saying? And it's like look at me, I'm holding heat, and I'm fucking fighting rappers and all this other bullshit. And it's like, bro, relax, tiny man. You good. You could just be wealthy and a famous rapper, and it could be relatively easy. You know what I'm saying? But instead, he's just decided he's gonna be a piece of shit. and got into an argument with a woman and shot her in the feet. Which is basically like saying she's not only a rapper, but she's a performer. That's fucking her bread and fucking butter. You trying to take out her fucking? I'm saying.
And told her bitch dance while doing it. That's what he was doing. Yeah. He was shooting at her feet, telling her to bitch dance.
Yeah, no man, fuck that dude, bro. I hope he go to jail for a stretch. I am no preaching abolitionist. I think motherfuckers do crimes. Sometimes shit, they must be they must be punished for their crimes.
Yeah, that was only 2 years ago. He tried to fight Travis Scott at a party.
And not for nothing, but that beard looks weird on his face.
Yeah, that chin strap.
Full disclosure, I never heard of this motherfucker before he shot this lady.
And that is unfortunately what he'll be famous for. He didn't have to do this. You know what I'm saying, he could have maybe been somebody, and he's kind of a known entity. And what it is like how he really played himself is he told people, "I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna do an Instagram live and let y'all know what really happened. I'm gonna tell y'all the real story." And then what he ended up doing was basically promoting his new album. I got a new album coming out tomorrow. It's like, eat a dick, you piece of shit. Like I said, you go to jail. Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. It's real simple, man. Can't even fuck with it. Fuck that dude.
Like, what I think one of the most telling part of the story is, like, while she this is out of her own mouth, while she shot outside of the car, like, she decides to kind of being mindful still of the situation. Like, her friend was still in the car. She didn't say she got shot or what happened because it was a gun in the car and she didn't want nobody else to get hurt.
Mm-hmm. Because she knows what it is. Cops would have showed up. Oh, it's a gun in the car. I'm either killing everybody or I'm gonna arrest somebody, and so forth and so on. Like, in a way that was dangerous to her friend. You know what I'm saying? And I guess to some extent she might have been caring about Tory's well-being. Daystar is his actual name. I would have went with Daystar as my rap name because that's a dope ass rap name. Tory is not.
That shit sounds like a fucking made up name.
Yeah, his real name is Daystar. His rap name is Tory. I'm just saying. I'm gonna go in there
real softer.
Yeah, them shits should be flipped.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it's how interesting, how very, very interesting, right?
and another thing is, like, it's really not that like I actively unfollow people, but it's just kind of easy to point out, like, oh yeah,
man, I unfollowed 20 more people yesterday.
Oh, that's a good.
I decided to go through my Instagram and do another culling of the followers, or the following, I should say.
It feels good to get that number down.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just realized that, like, I needed to kind of focus up a bit, and so I decided to go through and do another, like, once over, see if I was just following some shit that, like, I didn't really need to.
I don't need you, Erica Fontaine.
Oh my gosh!
I see you on Reddit enough.
What I don't like lately has been like, this person who you may know is on Instagram. I'm like, I don't know that person. I kind of know somebody they put on today. I'm like, I have heard of this person because I listen to a podcast and they mention this person on that podcast. But that don't mean I know that podcast, that dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went onto Facebook for a minute the other day, and Facebook's like, "Hey, you should probably add this person as a friend. We think you know them." And I look at them, I'm like, I don't know this person, and we don't have a single mutual friend. Mm-hmm. So how the fuck do you think I know them?
Exactly. It's like, bro, I don't know Mr. Nelson. I just happen to know that he writes into the Player One podcast every now and again, and has interesting questions, thought-provoking questions often. But yeah, I saw somebody from work, and I'm like, I know that person, that I've seen them at my job before, but I don't know that person. Didn't even know their name. So quit doing that. Also, they be showing up on the show feed. I'm like, definitely don't be having these motherfuckers show up on my show watch. No, I don't know you.
Yeah, I went through and, like, a couple people that, like, I had followed from life back in the day that, like, I hadn't talked to in forever. I went on their feed, and I was like, are they following me? And I looked, a couple of them weren't, so I was like, all right, unfollow.
It's rules.
Like, from back, she got the unfollow yesterday.
Like, she works with us now. Like, now.
Really?
Yeah.
She came back?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, good for her.
Is she in our department?
She got unfollowed.
I think she over there in Dan's world somewhere.
Okay.
So
yeah, because I know you're probably gonna delete this, but I know she applied for a job, and then she found out what it was. Like, I don't want to do that shit, and then just took herself out the game.
Yeah. So yeah, when she came back, she just showed love over on the inter office message system, and I was like, cool, welcome back, good to see you. Like, it's weird that you came back during these strange times, but hey.
It's weird, like, to actually, like, call people co-workers. Like, I'm not going to see you again. I mean, we kind of work together.
I know. That's why I kind of wish they just stopped with the community outreach emails and all that shit. Like, the office is gone, baby. It ain't coming back. Y'all can stop with the pumpkin decorating contest.
Bruh, I had wrote Anthony, like, maybe a week or two ago to say how happy I was I didn't have to deal with the pumpkin bullshit this year. And these motherfuckers don't send the email out talking about it. It's pumpkin decorating time. I'm like, eat a dick. What the fuck are we gonna do?
Send this.
I swear, it really just feels like people who, like, are in shock that this is reality now, and they don't know what to do with themselves, so they're holding on to every little grasp of, like, normalcy that they feel like they had. And so they're still trying to make this shit happen. And it's like, most of us are moved on, baby. Most of us didn't give a shit when we were there. Now we really don't care.
Yeah, it's funny, like, I was thinking, I just thought about now, like, man, I could just Google a picture of a pumpkin and send it to him, like, look at my fabulous pumpkin I made.
Oh my god.
Like, they keep, like, our group are doing certain things to kind of, oh crap.
Just a little something to break the monotony. I know.
Yeah, I forgot. I need to submit something because my boss told me to do it by tomorrow. So
yeah, I have not done that either. But I'm also like I'm on the clock for next month's people of our group.
Yeah, so I got to submit a recipe. I forgot all about it.
Word life.
Now.
True indeed.
But like I don't mind that so much. But like taking it a step further, I'm not going to do it. Like it's just like when I said, what's the use? Like that shit is over with. If we ever go back, it'll be like, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, we all do not work together anymore. Like, I'm on a team that works digitally, but the Cleveland office does not exist in my mind. That's why I stopped showing up to Culture Council on Zoom. I did it like 2 times, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about this anymore. This shit's over. I'm not coming back. So I just stopped showing up. I started taking my lunch break around that time, and I just don't go on the call.
Those things were a work time waster. I don't want to waste my time at home.
Yeah. Like, I only did that shit because they begged me. Like, I didn't really care. I didn't volunteer. Like, it was just like, please, we need people. I was like, fuck it, fine. Yeah, but now that I'm at home, I'll go fuck. Like, y'all can go walk the river if you want. I ain't doing that shit.
River sweet.
Yeah.
I'm going to send y'all a t-shirt in the mail.
And, like, I mean, like, even, like, people in my department, they're talking about, like, getting together for drinks and shit at some point in the future when COVID's, like, not a thing. And I'm just like, maybe, but probably not.
Yeah, they, our boss told us that another group, they do virtual happy hour after work.
Virtual happy hour is after work where they sitting together drinking on Zoom. But also, they do, some of them do a breakfast. They get together and just eat while they on camera.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's weird, right?
I got my people at work that, like, I like talking to, like as casual friends. But, like, the rest of y'all, nah. Like, I'm not sticking on Zoom after work where I'm not getting paid to drink while you're talking to my Zoom. I don't care about most of you that way. I didn't want to be around you when I had to be around you. And now that I'm at home and I can log off and go be doing shit at my home, I'm damn sure not going to stick around.
I mean, I do kind of, like, sometimes feel like it's nice when, like, people that I did talk to there, like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, hey, how are you? Like,
yeah. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, some of the people that I talk to, I still talk to them. But, like, all the other people who are trying to, like, make it feel like we're all one big group, like, nah, dog, we were in little groups and we just had to be under one big group.
Every once in a while, like, one of these, the bosses, for this sake of argument, I'll call him like every once in a while. He'll be like, "Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing? I'm like, what's up, man? How you feeling?" And that's about it. And Uncle sometimes he used to hit me up, but he ain't did it lately. I think I should go ahead and send him a message.
Yeah, he messaged me like a month or so ago just to see how I was doing.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm settling into this 24-hour not being Anthony always daddy. It just is what it is.
I mean, like, eventually this will all be different in a way where, like, the world will change where, like, shit will go back to normal per se. Like, where, like, your kids will eventually end up going back to school. Yeah. So, like, you know, they won't be around all day. So, like, you will kind of, like, be Anthony again, you know, if you think about it in that way. And,
it's okay.
It's just, this is what we're in for now.
I mean, it's funny. Like, I don't know how, like, how the school is going for you guys that have kids going to school there. But, man, them kids, is fucking crazy. Like, this one little dude, just don't be, like, the teacher is totally, like, the whole time having to tell him, please don't be doing this, man. Don't be doing this. Like, I now know how it feels like when they were like they used to say on like class overcrowded and stuff like that. It's only 4 kids in my kid's class, and this one little kid out of the 4 is, you know, stealing all the thunder in a bad way.
Like on the Zoom calls?
Yeah.
Was he like rolling up to school in his underwear with Cheerios on his nose or something?
Like what set you crazy?
Like one time he was like drinking a Mountain Dew like while he's sitting there, which that's one of the rules, like, you know, no eating, no drinking. You're supposed to be focusing in. And yes, granted, they are in kindergarten.
That's just gotta be really tough on kids that age, I would think. Like,
Anthony is fucking doing excellent. Like, he's doing. Of course, I'm not gonna call the other kids stupid. Remember, I'm saying they not stupid. Now, y'all remember I said that, right? But them kids, other kids, is kind of stupid. They, like, don't be paying attention. Like, we had to pull the teacher to the side, like, I know you're trying to get the other kids a chance, but Anthony knows all the answers, and you're not giving him a chance to answer it. If the other kids don't want to answer it, that's not our fault. Our son, you made our son sad the other day by not calling on him. Them other kids don't know the answer. Let Anthony answer. And she was just like, fuck it. And now, I don't know if it's because she be seeing us in the background or not, but his hand go. First of all, let me start off by saying, he's the only kid that raises his hand. They got the little sticks, or he raises his hand. The rest of them be like, turtle. No, such and such. You got to raise your hand. And like, it's frustrating to be like, trying not to say nothing when the other kids are just. I just be wanting to tell the other kids, shut the fuck up. My kid is trying to learn. But he is he's in the sharks group now. He's the only kid in his whole afternoon class that's a shark, and like he gets to do additional work, which ain't really fair. But like, so when, like, the other day the kids had to draw a picture of things that begin with I and you. Not only did Anthony have to draw the picture, he had to actually try to write the sentence out, while the other kids didn't have to do that. So I don't know if that's like necessarily fair, but he'll be more prepared than them.
You know, like when I was a kid, I got offered to do like extra stuff, like take classes early and shit like that, and I didn't do it because I thought it was like bullshit that I have to do more work and everything. Mm-hmm. But in hindsight, you know, it would have been good for me. So like, it might seem unfair that like he may have to do other shit than other kids, but like you said, like he's progressing faster. So like in the long run, it'd be better for him anyway. So fuck it, like let him excel past those kids.
Yeah, it was funny. Like last week, one of the kids was clearly in the back seat of a car.
Oh my god! Like they were driving.
I don't know if he was driving or not, but he was in the back seat for a little while.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then later on, as time went on, when I came back to check on the, look, see what he was doing, he was back at home. And they was on their way with a laptop on his stomach, on his lap.
So like Anthony sits there like without any issue and stuff.
To say he does it with no issue is like, yeah, he does it with no issue for a 5-year-old. Like he sits there, he learns, he participates, but like he gets bored. He wants to have a drink of water, all that. I mean, all normal stuff. But like, and yeah, sometimes he'll just do some stuff. I'm like, come on, man, don't do that.
I was only wondering because like I'm an adult and I'm supposed to be sitting here doing my work all day, which I do. But it's like I'm in my house, so it's like my TV's right there, and I got food around the corner, and my bed's in the other room, and so it's like I'm surrounded by all this other shit that I'd rather be involved in and doing. So sometimes it's a little difficult to sit, especially like when I don't got much shit going on at work. Like if I'm having like one of my rare slow days where I just want to be like, man, fuck this.
My youngest child told me the same thing today. She came down to see me in my little office space. Was like, yeah, I can't really concentrate, man. It's just too much stuff around me. She can't wait to go back to school because of that. They can't focus at home, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. I was over there looking at these toys over here on my shelf. I was like, I'm supposed to open these. So I was like,
I just try to make sure that like I got some shit to do, like even if it's minor at the very least. And then like it makes me appreciate days like today where like I just walked away from my computer desk for a few minutes to like bring the groceries inside and put them away, and like warm my lunch up while I'm working, like in the kitchen, go get it out of the fridge and like put the stove on and shit, or like being able to put a load of laundry in and let it wash while I'm working, or I don't know, like take a nap on my lunch if I didn't get a lot of sleep the night before, shit like that. Like these little things like that I do appreciate.
Oh, a lunch nap sounds fantastic.
So you're in the office again, right?
Yep. I said that with all the enthusiasm I can muster.
Yeah, I mean, I miss certain things about the office, but at the same time, in these days and times, it wouldn't be the office anyway. It wouldn't be normal circumstances if I went back to work. So
yeah. I wasn't getting lunch naps anyway with kids around. So.
Well, we had this one chair that was like behind like the cubicles I used to go take a nap in. It was a good chair.
Go rest his head right quick for a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you full time back in office?
Yeah, full time, 5 days a week, 40 hours a week.
Oof.
Yeah, they're not fucking around, and it's giving my wife anxiety. She's really like, I hate this. I wish you would call HR and tell them, no, you don't want to do this. I'm like, I wish I could. You underestimate the kind of, you overestimate the kind of power I have, because I do not have the power to sway HR their way.
Yeah. Also, it's like we gotta, all of us have to fully grasp that HR ain't there for you. It's there for the company, and they want to keep the company happy, not you. You ain't shit.
Like, too bad. Too sad. I mean, everyone's back in the office. You want special treatment?
So, what's the in-office situation like? Mask on,
mask
6
on,
feet,
6
blah,
feet.
blah, blah. How's this work out?
I have my own office, and I'm 6 feet from the door, so I'm able to take my mask off when I sit at my desk. I don't know what's going on with people sharing offices. Okay. That sucks.
Yeah.
I can't wait until like a couple months from now where there's just dudes just like, that can't be my baby. I stay 6 feet away from that bitch at all times.
Oh my god. Man, Rona, what a time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? May you live in interesting times. And I'll tell you right now, we are living in some interesting times.
There's got to be a downward spike in random hookups thanks to Corona, right?
You would think that, but it's like, it's people fucking through the Rona. It.
I definitely know people that are.
Is that random hookup fucking, or just like, I know this person well enough to trust that they
I call it bumble fucking.
Bumble fucking. That's like, no two people are sitting at a bar and are gonna lock eyes and like decide to go to the bathroom anymore. That's gotta go. That's gonna go away, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
I know, it's hard to say.
You know, my neighborhood is just full of bars.
Yes.
And I walk, you know what I'm saying, every day and well, every night in some situations at this point. And so I constantly walk by bars and situations where I see people like smoking, drinking, kicking it. And I was just like, yeah, this is still happening. This is what y'all think is just not a fuck to be given. And I get it, man. I want to live my life, but one, I've never been a drinker and smoker, so I'm not gonna be kicking it in no bars. So me living my life is basically I want to hang out with y'all. I want to just, you know, I want to go to movies. I miss the movies so fucking bad. I want to go sit in the theater, eat some popcorn, and fucking drink a way too big a soda that I paid way too much money for. Those are the things I want to do, but I don't want to do it at the risk of putting my life on the line. That's not that I don't like. I truly do enjoy going to the store. It's just nice. I put a mask on. I walk around. I keep my distance. I give everybody a wide berth. So I don't mind that at all. But the ideal of like, let's go. I can't even imagine going to sit in the theater right now, which is why a lot of theaters, well, they just closed down Regal for the time being and so forth. You know what I'm saying? But I just can't even fathom it. So the notion of
I thought they went out of business.
No, so apparently they are the way that their parent company, which is an English company, is going to do it. They're just going to like, for right now we ain't doing shit. So they're not bankrupt and they didn't close, but they're just like, we ain't doing shit for right now. So basically, if whatever they was doing, they ain't even doing that no more. is how I understood it. I could be all the way wrong and who knows, but that's basically what I took from that. But like I said, it's unfathomable to me to just be like,
All right, so like say a movie theater,
yeah,
because like the movie theaters, like I'm pretty sure they're not packed at all.
Yeah.
They're not.
Like,
I've been to the movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you feel comfortable enough to walk around like a grocery store with a mask on, why aren't you comfortable enough to sit in a non-crowded movie theater with a mask on?
I think it's just my worry of being contained indoors for a longer period of time than I am in any grocery situation. My grocery trips,
That's true.
about a half hour maximum, because I know what I'm doing. It's rare that I'm shopping. I am like focused. We're going to get this. I have a list every time. I literally I keep a list in my notes. I keep a page in my notes that's just called list, and every time it changes, I just go add something to it. You know what I'm saying? It's literally just a list. I add stuff to it, and I go erase it out. It's a focused situation. I'm mask on. I'm in and out, and it's not whatever. But what has been over and over been stated, especially recently, by the CDC, is indoors, the aerosolization of the fucking of the virus, and the inability to fucking properly ventilate, because we're not made to ventilate rooms like that. We didn't think we needed to. Means that's a real life chance of getting COVID. You know what I'm saying? From just being indoors for a stretch. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I can't call it. It's not, and in fact they've said that 6 feet is lightweight kind of bullshit. And again, this is just brand new from the CDC this week, because it aerosolizes and it stays in the air longer, and therefore if it's in the air it can go further than 6 feet. So, and again, that's people who are contained. So like I said, I can't even imagine. So like the one bar I walk, there's a bar on the corner of around my way, fuck it, and they keep their door open, and I'm like, sure guy, I guess that'll do it. But it's like, it's small, and y'all still got people in there, a decent amount of people in there, and it, I guess they're supposed to be wearing masks, but like I said, I rarely see people rocking masks, and I don't see them trying to do anything about it. Because, of course, in the state of Ohio, as you recall from a recent show, once you are seated and being served, you can remove your mask. So I was like, nah, man, I can't even fuck with it, bro. I can't bring myself to do that. And I'm not with it. Like I said, I got it. I don't say I got it, but so a couple things. I received a summons for jury duty, which will unfortunately be the same week as my Aunt Dot's funeral, which is the same week my children go back to in-school school. It's a very crazy week I got to try to settle up on. When I have to start calling about jury duty, I'm going to let them know and see what I can do. But the idea that I might have to go on a jury, I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing to make sure this situation is safe? You know what I'm saying? And
A Zoom jury?
I don't know if they do Zoom juries and so forth. And also, who knows?
Like I see on like on certain investigative shows like where they do the I guess like bail hearings or something like that. That's on TV. Like you go to a room. I don't know why they couldn't do it like that.
I know when I did it, like if we weren't there for check-in, like we could have gotten in trouble.
Yeah.
Like if we just like no call no showed our jury appointment, like there could have been like a warrant put out for us or something.
Yeah, you can be. They can put a bench warrant out for you for not. It's a summons, and the summons is a legal document, and it says basically be here because I told you it has to be here at this time, so forth. This summons, of course, says start calling on this day at this time, and they'll tell you if it'll go any further. Now, like I said, in my case, I do have a death in my family, but I don't know how to prove that. You know what I'm saying? How do I be like my relative in Tennessee died and I need to be at that memorial, you know what I'm saying? But
I know
just
like
bring back
my mama said something. She probably said you can probably bring back the program.
I postponed jury duty once, but like I didn't really have to like say anything. I mean, I just had to tell them that like what was up. Like I didn't have to provide anything.
Okay.
So then like. But they said that like I can only postpone it the one time. That like the next time I'd have to do it. That's why when I first joined the company, and I got jury duty summoned again like 2 months into me starting the job with you, that like our boss tried to talk me out of it. I'm like I can't. I already postponed it one time. I have to go this time.
Yeah, it's the hustle. So that is helpful. Thank you for that. I didn't realize that you have kind of a built-in like. Nah, not now, but maybe later, and that is helpful to the cause. So thank you for that. But
I got a jury summons at the beginning of this whole pandemic, and I called in. They kept just saying that they're not doing jury duty at this time, and I'm like, all right, I called in the whole week, and they
kept blowing you off.
I wonder if I was supposed to follow up on that, but I called the whole week, kept saying they were not doing jury cases, so.
I don't mind. I know it's my duty. I know it's a part of being a citizen of this this representative Republican shit. So I'm a Republican. I'm okay with that. So and but like I said, I want to be down there with my family. I want to be down there with my cousin. Man, I told him I wrote to my Aunt Dot raised many of her children's children just because I'm saying circumstances. And so my cousin was raised by my main dot, and so that's like his mom more than anything, you know what I'm saying? So I immediately reached out to him and told him if I'm going to do everything in my power to get down there. And so I've been plotting. Like I said, I got the feeling I'm going to drive to Louisville, stay in Louisville overnight, and then push on down to Tennessee, to push on down to Memphis. And then, because I cannot possibly do the full drive on my own all the way through. I mean, I probably could. I'm just getting old, and I know it is wiser for me to just stop and take a moment and before I push on. But then, you know what I'm saying? There you go. There I will be again. It puts me in a situation where I have to be in a hotel, so that puts me indoors somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea their cleanliness policies. There's another one. It's like I don't like having to worry about my existence like this. You feel me? It's an unnecessary stress. It's an undue stress that I'm just like, we could be so much better than this.
Wait, did you say you're going to Memphis? Yeah. You can do that, and it's like an 8-hour drive.
According to the good people at Google, it's an 11-hour drive. But
are they good people?
I think it depends on traffic. Because like when I went like to Dallas. Yeah. We stayed over in Memphis.
I remember because y'all saw a Grizzlies game, yeah.
And it was a lot of traffic into the city. Like I was stuck in traffic for like 2 hours just entering the city. It was like a lot of construction. Memphis, man, like that place. Oof.
I haven't been back since my grandfather passed away. So that was 2012.
I don't know if they got a good part of town, but I couldn't find it when I was there. It's like the highest crime rate for a major city in the country, I think.
It is, oddly enough, the city where my mama was raised has become kind of like the good part of town, the suburb, which is Millington, Tennessee, which is a city that used to be kind of smallish. Used to have like a Navy base and stuff. You know what I'm saying, so that's in the burbs. That's where like your suburban style homes, where track houses was at. But also they had where my mama came up with the hog grounds, and that's what that shit was called. So it's like had a lot going on in that particular section of the world. And so I'm kind of like, it'd be kind of neat to drive myself around, you know what I'm saying, what was once a spot that I was always driven around and or walked around, and just kind of see it again with some old eyes, I guess, But I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We simply hope for the best, and we keep a motherfucking moving, But yeah, man, I can't believe that they got you back in the office, man. I can understand why it stresses your wife out, because like I said, it stresses me out. The very ideal of it. It
is what it is.
We can only do what we can do.
I'm not happy about it, but I work better in the office than I do from home.
Yeah, true. There's too much distraction and too much other stuff at the house that pulls your attention toward it. So I get it. I understand it in that situation. It's kind of why I'm okay, and of course worried that the kids are going back. The reason I'm okay with the kids going back to school is because they are going to restrict class sizes by a lot, and they're only going to go a few days a week, and it's like they're doing everything scientifically, and what I'm saying, the way scientists said this works to help stem the tide, but I don't know, but then of course that'll help, what I'm saying, in general, because then maybe on those days that they're not at home, I'm saying maybe I'm able to focus on the gig better. I don't know, or maybe I end up focusing less and going just fuck around with Vanessa or some shit. I don't know, bro. It's my hope that I can do better, but hope a motherfucker.
The only thing this keeps me thinking is, are they going to bring back peep shows now that we're going through this thing where you can't actually be near people?
That might be the thing. I mean,
yeah.
You don't get a lady rubbing all over you like a lap dance, but maybe that's for the best.
It's not quite breakfast. It's not quite lunch, but it comes with a slice of cantaloupe at the end. What do you say? But you get a good meal. If I remembers that episode of Simpsons where Homer bought Marge a bowling ball for her birthday that was named Homer.
I remember that. She almost had an affair.
The French bowler put her on. So
with Troy McClure?
No, it was just like this French dude who was trying to Jacques, if I'm not mistaken. They gave him like a very prototypical French name, so it all good.
Man, watching football and seeing the camera angle behind the kicker down to the goalposts, it looks a lot harder to make that shit on TV than you would think.
Those Madden angles that they use now, that the stadiums are empty and they can get cameras just about wherever they want. Yeah, you'd be like, whew.
Yeah, it's like you like, as a fan who's never really been on a football field before, you think those goalposts are wide as shit, but when you see them on TV like that angle, you go, oh fuck, man, that's some precious situations.
The Bears have taken the lead with a minute and some change left, so that's whatever. Who QB for the Bears this week? Is it still Trubisky?
Nick Foles.
It's Big Dick Nick, so that's cool. Where's Trubisky at?
He got benched 2 weeks ago.
In that Falcons game? Or whoever they were playing when they came back and had to win? Yeah. Oh, man. Nick Foles is the man who has to come off the bench to be effective. Can't just be a quarterback to start a season. Like, no, sir, I have to be released off the bench.
Yeah, he's only good coming off the bench. Like, when he actually has to start, it's like they're winning right now, but it's like he hasn't played that well. A lot of his throws have been off target and shit.
Nah, man, he is a prototypical bench player, and I'm glad he won a Super Bowl and all that good shit. But I mean, let's be real, people. And also a minute with Tom Brady, big ass arm. Who knows what can happen here? Couple of
Tom Brady's big ass arm.
He can throw, man. The motherfucker can throw. I'm just saying. Although at this point, what is he? 44? 43?
43, some shit like that. Yeah, he had his big ass arm, and he's so big. And most of his receivers are hurt.
Well, there you go. Oh my gosh.
He got sacked earlier in the game, and I was talking to you guys, and then I look over, and they just show him cussing out his lineman on the sideline and shit, hard.
Like, sir.
Because I have it muted, I couldn't hear anything. Yeah. But people in my group chat were like, said that they caught TV called a Tom Brady F-bomb.
Nice. A delight.
I just want, I'd love to be like his center and just give up a sack and then have Tom Brady come yelling at me off the sideline. I'll be like, motherfucker, if you don't quit yelling at me, I'm gonna Khalil Mack through next time. On purpose.
And Winston.
I ain't about to be over here and have your old ass yelling at me.
That's real. That's real.
Their center's got a fucking cyborg fucking piece of armor on his left arm. Cut the dude some slack. Trying to fucking block one of the most fierce pass rushers in the NFL with 1.5 arms. Come on now.
Oh my god. I don't even know what the fuck to say no more, y'all. Fuck it.
Am I the asshole?
Am I the asshole? Each week, my partner lovingly sends me a list of fucking topics. We go through them and see if they fucking work. But this week, we're going to start with a special banger. Ant sent one to the Instagram the other day, and I was like, oh, we reading this on the show. I just read the title. I have not read the actual body of the article. But we also have the ones that my partner sent. But I definitely want to read you this one. Am I the asshole because an employee died after I fired her? I managed a retail shop in a tourist city. I hired an applicant named Bruce. He had a full-time job, but he was perfect for the 16-ish hours I was looking to cover. Months later, I was looking for seasonal help. Bruce recommended his roommate, a woman with a medical assistant background named Sally. Around the holidays, a lot of people step outside their chosen fields to earn some money. Sally's references checked out, and I hired her. Sally's training period was uneventful. During the time, I learned she had type 1 diabetes. We worked out a break schedule so she could eat and test whenever she needed it. It wasn't a hardship to accommodate her. Her performance was disappointing. When asking for ID with credit cards, she would make comments like, "You gained so much weight since the picture.
Jeez.
Woo. This says you're a blonde. Your hair is blue. I can't accept this." She would argue about tasks, saying she's a cashier and isn't paid enough to sweep the floor or tidy up merchandise. The role specified both tasks. She didn't accept feedback gracefully. I told her employment was in jeopardy. Bruce calls me. They are now married. They sped up the relationship because she needed the health care and he needed her to be on the lease of his apartment. On my end, all I had to do was to have them sign liability waivers and schedule them apart. A few weeks later, I get a customer complaining Sally denied him service because she didn't like his tattoos. A second customer calls to complain that not only did Sally deny service because of tattoos, but she pulled down her pants to show him a tattoo on her backside.
What?
On camera, I find Sally mooning the customer.
Wow.
I type up a termination notice and fire her. She refused to sign it or take a copy. I treat the situation as any other. Stuck to, she is no longer with the company if asked. Bruce didn't quit, but he got angry at me not long after. Sally had applied for a hospital job and was denied because I gave a bad reference. Oh, bitch. No one called me for a reference. And recently Dan just told us a story about that. So that shit happens. Sometimes people just be thinking you done said something greasy about them and you ain't even get a phone call.
Exactly.
Sally told him I fired her for being messy and combative about breaks. This is not true. But I can't tell Bruce that. Unless Sally signs a disclosure, I can't share any details of her employment termination with anyone. I called the hospital that denied Sally. The HR rep told me that they had an application from her, but had not reached out for references as she was not being considered. What I infer from this is Sally lied to Bruce about why she was fired, and then when the job search went bad, she told Bruce I was ruining her prospects. Soon after Bruce calls, he'd been trying to call Sally, but she didn't answer. He went home from his other job and found her dead. Complications from diabetes. Bruce quits. He says he said she would still be alive if I hadn't fired her or sabotaged her. That I am the reason his wife is dead.
Sway?
I didn't tell him that she lied. I don't see any way that would help with his grief. Am I the asshole?
Now, did Sally have trouble taking criticism because the poster was afraid to sugarcoat her comments.
I see what you did there. You're an
I'm
asshole.
sorry. I thought it was funny.
You are the asshole in this situation, sir.
Yeah, Sally was an incredible asshole.
Yeah.
Like,
not the asshole. No one here on Reddit thinks that person's
No.
the asshole. And I have to agree. Jesus Christ.
yeah,
I don't know how you blame the death on the poster.
because he's
He's
in
missing.
grief.
He's grieving, and he's missing a lot of key points of the story that this person's not shared.
Yeah, actually, that lady's kind of a stand-up person. Like she stuck to her ethics. Like, yes, this sort of. If he ever goes on Reddit, he'll probably know who it was.
It says throwaway. It says throwaway account. So I mean, maybe they'll know,
Okay.
and who knows? They might use different names and so forth and so on. So who knows? But
still, this is the kind of situation like this. Anyway,
yeah,
make a long story short, like she's a stand-up person, but by like sticking to her guns, she could have been like the bare minimum, like your wife was just fucking up, and I had to. She was just like she just ate it. She just ate that. She ate that uppercut. Like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So there you go, man. As for the other ones, would I be the asshole if I stayed on Medicaid when I could get private insurance? It has been deleted, but of course, we keep screenshots. Am I the asshole for calling myself gay by pan to appease a trans guy? It has been deleted, but of course, we have screenshots. Am I the asshole for not loving my mother anymore? Am I the asshole for intentionally burning my toast at work after we had a fire?
That's got my interest.
We got a couple more. Am I the asshole for not raking my leaves?
I don't rake my. I mulch.
And actually, I actually opened that one twice, so that actually was the last one. So, am I the asshole for intentionally burning my toast at work after we had a fire? I posted last week about this same coworker. She just provides so much entertainment. I was iffy on if I was an asshole last time, and before I respond, I'd like to know if I am this time. For as long as I can remember, I've burned my toast at work. Not completely black, but some good black spots. I'm talking 10 plus years of burnt toast at lunchtime. We have a small kitchenette which everyone is welcome to use. I've gotten the odd comment of, your toast is burning, but everyone here knows how I like it. For the record, people put way worse smelling stuff in the microwave. Roughly 2 to 3 weeks ago on a Saturday, there was an electrical fire that broke out in the conference room. The sprinklers kicked on, fire damage was super minimal, and there was mainly water damage, which we've dealt with, and we're back to full operations a few days later. No one was here. New coworker came to the office a few minutes ago and asked me to stop burning my toast. After the fire and all, we can't be too careful. I said, what? After the fire and all, we can't be too careful. That's what the person said. He said in response, or this person said in response, it was an electrical fire in a completely different part of the building that I've never even burnt, that I've never burnt it to the point of that the microwave oven smokes. It will be fine. She responds with, well, just be safe. We wouldn't want another fire. I just kind of stared at her, didn't respond, and ate my toast. Yes, I admit I ate my toast at her because she drives me up a wall with her insistence on bossing everyone around. She smiled and walked away after a couple of seconds. She is very new to the workforce in general, and I don't think she's ever learned how to work with other people. Maybe I haven't either. She's straight out of college, and this is her first job. I see her point, but at the same time, literally anything can cause a fire, and it's impossible to go about day-to-day operations in fear. I didn't say anything rude this time, but am I an asshole for continuing to burn my toast? Please, no toast judgments. Burnt toast is yummy.
I mean, I never imagined like that people would eat burnt toast, but I guess, it's something for everybody.
I like crunchy toast, but I don't like it black.
Yeah, this person apparently wants to take it there. So,
I guess is this on par with cooking fish in the
It doesn't
microwave?
smell as bad, but it smells.
I'm just saying, at this point, this person has been in this job for 10 years, and apparently everybody knows this is what this goes down, and are just fine with it. So either this person is very good at their job or owns the company. Who knows? Or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, she likes putting BBT in her mouth. What can you do?
First comment. You're the asshole. Not for this specific scenario, but for willingly subjecting people to burnt toast smell for, checks notes, 10 plus years? Same goes for people that heat up fish in the office. Assholes the whole lot of you. You know it smells bad to everyone but yourself, but think that it's your right to subject folk to it.
I'm gonna agree. This is an asshole thing to do. Just own it. I own my assholery.
Another comment. You're the asshole. I'm sorry, what?
No, I gotta say, like, I totally disagree. Like, as a person who, like, has warmed up fish, I'm like, come on, man. Some people got dietary needs and, don't eat pork, don't eat beef. Chicken get tough in the microwave.
That's true. Like, what am I supposed to do? Eat cold fish because you don't like the smell?
Yeah, I just won't go back to my desk with it.
You're the asshole. Well, other people make things that smell worse. Makes you an asshole. You all need to knock it the hell off. Burnt toast smells awful. Stop doing it.
That's funny. I kind of feel like I'm on the path where it's like, just call them an asshole. It's funnier than kind of like, yes, okay, eat burnt toast. You're fucking weirdo.
Couldn't they like burn their toast at home and then just bring it with them?
It'll stay crunchy.
It'd be crunchy. Like, couldn't they just throw it in the microwave for like 10 seconds?
That would soften it. Just leave it burn.
I never tried that before, so I don't know how that would affect the bread.
Well, that wouldn't unburn it. Like, you burn it at home, bring it with you, and put it in the microwave for a couple seconds to warm back up.
Yeah, at that point, it's probably burnt all the water out of it, so it ain't gonna get it ain't gonna steam nothing in the microwave.
That's true.
That might be the way to go.
That was a ride.
I know
the person's not an asshole for burning their toast. They're not an asshole for in this instance burning their toast. They are an asshole for always burning their toast. People think they having strokes and shit at work. Fuck it up, man. That's not cool.
I know. I don't do it a lot, but when I used to like warm up vegetable lasagna at work, I like put it in there for like 8 minutes, which is like 3 minutes past what you're supposed to put it on there. Get that crusty edge.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Do they also like burnt popcorn? Because
that's the worst.
No.
But one of my fantasies was always to not like sexual, but like if I was gonna get fired or I was gonna quit, like put some popcorn on for 10 minutes and then leave on my last day. I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. It's always been a dream of mine.
Is that what happened where we had that fire a couple years ago? Because I know that was popcorn in the microwave in the one break room.
Yeah, set the microwave on fire. Left that shit and forgot it. Whole fire truck situation. That was a big deal. Not really a big deal.
The fire truck came to be a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like a not a drill situation.
Yeah, but that wasn't on our floor. I thought it was on another floor.
No, I mean I know who did it.
Oh, who did it?
Is that getting beeped out?
Nah, he don't work there no more.
Yeah, he left like years ago.
I saw a picture of him on his Twitter at some point. That was him in blackface.
Oh.
So I don't fuck with that nigga at all.
No, really?
Yeah, he was just as the Jamaican bobsled team.
All by himself?
No, there was a couple other people.
Him and racist friends being Bob's doing blackface.
His one buddy still works here.
The thing is, I like a lot. He was very cool to me. And then I saw that and my whole world was changed. I was like, God damn, I thought you was cool.
They got white Jamaicans. Why couldn't he been a white Jamaican guy?
Maybe they were trying to be cool runnings, Gabe.
Well, yeah, clearly, but still.
You see, that's the thing, though. Like, it's just certain costumes like that. Like, it's white dreads ain't cool. Blackface ain't cool. Just wear a Cool Runnings t-shirt and be done with it.
Or don't do that costume. Do another cut. Be the Swedish bobsled team.
We can't have dreads. I mean, there are white people that actually have dreads.
I know.
They shouldn't.
I know. They shouldn't.
I'm not saying I think they look good. I'm just saying there are people that actually have them. It's not like we're wearing like a wig or nothing.
Yeah, they got it.
That's a fine place to pull into the station, Shining Time style.
Where dreams can come true. waiting there for you.
Well, fine. If we can't have dreads, you can't eat spaghetti white people style no more. We're taking it back.
We're taking white spaghetti. You don't even eat spaghetti white style. What is you talking about? You gave up on it first. You stopped eating spaghetti black style. Then we'll stop eating white style.
A delight. I fuck with these people hard. This is my family, y'all. Y'all just don't understand it. Maybe you do understand it. That's why you listen to this show. Housekeeping. As always, please rate, review, subscribe and share the show wherever possible. Make it a point to subscribe over on YouTube. We've done well in that regard. A subscriber here, subscriber there, and more never hurts. So please consider doing it. I just tossed up a new episode of a podcast, the Vinyl Edition, and that is up and available for your perusal. Like I said, head over to YouTube and enjoy. Celebration, bitches. On Twitch, my hope is hopefully this weekend to stream a bit of Super Mario Bros. 35. It is so fucking fun, and is a new favorite of mine on the old Nintendo Switch there. So hopefully I'll be on the old Twitch stream this weekend at some point. If you want to support the show financially, I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying we put the show up every week and have done so for 7 years now, and it's cool. But if you want to, and got a few bucks to toss our way, you can join our Patreon, where members at the $5 and above tier get extra content each month and early access to new shows. We also have merch available over tpublic.com/user/StageCrunchyMilk, all one word. You can get yourself a nice mask. I have no idea how they fit. I have found that Target has a couple of different brands of masks, and one of them fits good, and the other one, their what is it? Good something or other does not fit as nice. So I like them. They're nice because those are the ones they put like they're a little more style into, but they don't fit as nice on my face. So I have to rock their straight ups because that one fits nicer on my muck piece. And if you want to, give us a call. 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8-POD. We would certainly love to hear from you. And truly I would. I definitely enjoy a voicemail. They are a delight to hear your guys' voices coming into my ears as opposed to my voice going into yours. That over here to my internet left is Tatum216.
Yeah.
To our internet right and I guess north is Lunchbox 2099.
In the Skype call.
To my internet south and down. No, south and right. Yeah, whatever. Southeast. Nope. Yeah, that works. Is the real ODP.
Eastbound and down.
Exactly.
Polar pizza, cookie cakes. It's all madness.
It's like we can't just accept anything for what it is. I've seen ice cream spaghetti.
Ice cream spaghetti?
Yeah.
Black style or white style?
White style, because they usually put a strawberry or some kind of sauce on top of it to mimic the white style of spaghetti. Ugh. Can't imagine you just stirring it up. At that point, it just becomes like strawberry ice cream. It just becomes, I don't know, Neapolitan or some shit.
Speaking of desserts, did you guys see Mythical Kitchen today?
Ant was talking. I think he was. You was watching regular Good Mythical Morning, right? What they? Pop-Tart cheesecake, right? Yeah.
Yeah, look good as fuck.
I think if let's go look at the old numbers here. Stupid this.
I don't like admit fandom a lot about media people because especially people younger than me. But I have to say, I really enjoy watching Josh cook and talk. Like the dude, the references he makes are always shit that I enjoy. So just watching his videos is such a delight.
Well, by the time this episode comes out, the real ODP's birthday will have passed. So happy birthday in the future.
Thank you from the future.
You're welcome, sir.
Welcome from the present.
Sauce to the good. I am the Internet's Hero 713. You have just been podcast to, and I am certain you enjoyed it.
Send Gabe a polar pizza for his birthday, everybody.
I was considering trying to get him that the Mario cake ice cream cake from
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone. So
Cold Stone
yeah,
Creamery.
if I show up at your house with a
That shit still open?
There's one on Ridge Road.
I don't fucking know that. There you go.
Everything on Ridge Road or
Ridge Road.
I show up at your.
Yeah, you can hit up Cold Stone and go
And then
next
there's
door to Wingstop.
CC's Pizza.
I'm thinking
So,
lemon
if
pepper.
Mango habanero. The lemon pepper, tasty. Mango habanero. Mwah.
I always get the Cajun dry rub.
There you go. It's not.
Yeah, I get that. I get the lemon pepper. I don't really care for their regular buffalo. Like, I don't know. Just I'm not a big fan of it.
Don't the Cajun dry rub sound kind of dirty?
Yeah.
You can't do regular wings. You can't do you can't do a cheese pizza, right? You can't do any pizza, right?
No.
Go get yourself a Cajun dry rub. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.